Hey, YA. We are in Second Corinthians chapters 5 through 9 today, and I am really excited to talk to you specifically about chapter 7. But what Paul is talking about here in most of Second Corinthians up to about chapter 7 is he's talking about ministry and how ministry can be difficult and challenging. And I identified with that. As many of you know, we started this ministry back in February, and there's so many ups and downs. And so I could identify with Paul in chapter 7, especially where he said, we face conflict from every direction with battles on the outside and fear on the inside. And while I can't say that we were being persecuted by Paul, we just had a lot going on. And so Dave and I, there's times that we would certainly get discouraged. But then it talks about how he was encouraged by the arrival of Titus, his friend Titus. And it says, his presence was a joy, but so was the news he brought us of the encouragement he received from you. So what was going on there was he's writing to the church in Corinth, right? And of course, we know that the church in Corinth had their issues, specifically with some sexual immorality. And so Paul is talking in chapter 7 about how he had to write them a really harsh letter. And I love how vulnerable he is, because he said, "I'm sorry that I sent that severe letter to you, though I was sorry for," no, excuse me. He says, "I'm not sorry that I sent the severe letter to you, though I was sorry at first. For now I know it was painful to you for a little while. Now I'm glad I sent it, not because it hurt you, but because the pain caused you to repent and change your ways." So Paul had to offer this loving rebuke, but it hurt him to do it. He really didn't want to do it, and he's all upset about it. And he is in Macedonia. He's away from the Corinthians. And so he sends Titus to the Corinthians because he's so concerned about how they're going to take this severe letter that he sent to them, rebuking them. Sure enough, Titus comes back and he's like, "Paul, they actually loved it. They totally get what you were saying, and they're going to change their ways, and they still love you." And they received Titus so well. And Paul talks about how much joy that it gave him. Number one, that they accepted his letter. Number two, that they repented, that they changed their ways. But number three, that they accepted Titus and that they loved on him. And I love that because Paul talks about how proud he is of them and how much joy the Corinthians bring him. And honestly, it made me think of all of you and how much we love each of you, how much joy you each bring to Dave and I. And also just when I see you guys, when there's a new person who comes in on a Monday night and I see all of you surround that new person and just welcome them in, it brings me such joy. And I just soar with pride of how much the Lord is doing in each of you and how it spills out. So continue in your good work. Be that Titus, and keep on keeping on. I'll see you next time.